what's that girl? I forgot all these cartoons' names.
Kim Possible?
Yes, thank you, Kim Possible. They got another version of her, but I think it's a black chick or a black girl. My bad. And I was just like, none of it seemed interesting to me. Because I'm trying to look for the little cartoons for Luca to watch, and it's just like some of them, it's just trash. Like I don't.
Why do you hate black people?
Who says I hate black people?
I knew that was coming.
There's a black Kim Possible, and it's not good for Luca.
Because the storyline is trash. So, I mean, if that's how you want to flip it, fucking CNN, go ahead and flip it.
CNN, I just thought it was hilarious.
Shit is
There's
ridiculous.
a black Kim Possible. It's terrible. I want to find
That's
something.
not how I even said it.
All right, let me get ready. It's the day I've always waited for. The day that I get to take over the podcast.
So for our next topic, imagine I just ruined Doughy's day.
If we do an edit on this, it's going to be too funny. It's going to be Tony trying to like intro and then boom, cut to Tony not even in the camera anymore.
Yeah. Wait, what's the first one?
I have no
Sorry,
idea.
you
dude.
offered to take over, but you don't even know what they are? You know what's funny? We didn't talk about topic orders.
We did not talk about topic orders.
There's one I want Tony to be around when we discuss. Because I feel like Tony's going to have some hot takes.
You know the one.
Japan.
You know the one.
Oh, okay. Best cartoon shows, I guess?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Back in the days of the younger years, we all used to watch cartoons, right? We used to get it in. I liked a little bit of hentai myself, you know. I was a big cartoon watcher when I was
Focus, Doughy.
Cartoon shows.
Focus.
I've been known to watch a hentai or two. The best ones were of the Nickelodeon characters, though. Like in the Cartoon Network, some good stuff there.
Doughy, what the fuck is the topic? Say what the topic is.
Tony
Thinks the cartoons of today are shit. Okay, he thinks today's cartoons are shit, and he thinks the cartoons of the past were good. So we're gonna have a conversation about what cartoons we enjoy now, what cartoons we hate now, and then of course the same for the past. Doughy just likes Nickelodeon. That's what we know. And hentai. Nickelodeon hentai. What about a blend? You ever heard of rule? What is it? 32, 42?
34.
34. Yeah. See? You know I'm not into this shit. Rule 34, anything that can be turned into a porn will be turned into a porn.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But really it's just a bunch of cartoon porn.
Yeah. It's
So you got like My Little Pony with big ass tits and choaches out.
There's a lot of weird shit in that whole thing.
Yeah.
The internet's a weird place.
It feels pedophilic in nature.
Yeah.
Is what I get those vibes from that Rule 34 stuff.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
my opinion.
Wait, this is like a place? Rule 34?
It's a subreddit. Go to Reddit, Rule 34, and it's just a bunch of porn, but it's like cartoon porn. So it'd be like
I see.
SpongeBob with a big old dick. And then you get like just a lot of random shit like that.
Squidward
Who has ever wanted to see a SpongeBob character in a sexual situation? We're derailed immediately.
SpongeBob and Sandy. Some people might get the hots for it, you know.
There was one
real weird.
that popped onto Black Twitter. It was Mr. Krabs had a big red penis, so it must be from there.
It's the same concept for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like all the Overwatch porn and stuff like that, these are the communities that kind of like consume that the most.
It's crazy.
I think that's the community that got real mad when they changed Tracer's pose or whatever. Didn't she have like a more like booty centric pose at some point?
Yeah. I even think they deflated her booty.
Yeah, I don't remember if they gave her an ass or they removed the ass, but they did something to her ass. Something occurred. People weren't into it. Yeah. I thought it was fine.
Wait, so who thinks that the modern day cartoons are bad?
Tony says they are.
Oh, what does he have examples? Do you all know what he was talking about in particular? What cartoon was he bitching about or complaining about?
Oh, here he comes, the man of the hour.
Too sweet to be sour. It's Tony's time.
It's Tony's time.
Tony, Tony, what cartoons are bad?
Which of the cartoons are bad that you're saying?
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah, the modern day ones. They said that you were saying that modern day cartoons are garbage. What happened to the good shit from back in the day? And then Doughy started talking about hentai, and we got derailed.
Yeah, Doughy immediately started talking about hentai and Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I don't think I've
Strange
ever.
combination.
Very strange, but no. Trash? No, I just not interested in any of this shit nowadays. Like, they have some fucking. I think it's the old. You remember what's that old Jackie Chan show back in the days with the talismans? I forgot the name. Enter the Dragon or something like that.
It's
Definitely not Enter the Dragon.
Well, what is it called?
It's like
something
Bruce
with the
Lee's
talisman.
most famous movie.
Yeah,
It's like Quest
it's
for
a-
the Talismans.
Yeah,
or
it's something.
some shit like that. Yeah.
they got like a remake version of it. Trash. They got another one that's like another version of what's that girl? I forgot all these cartoons' names.
Kim Possible.
Yes, thank you, Kim Possible. They got another version of her, but I think it's a black chick or a black girl. My bad. And I was just like, none of it seemed interesting to me. Because I'm trying to look for little cartoons for Luca to watch, and it's just like some of them, it's just trash. Like I don't.
Why do you hate black people?
Who says I hate black people?
I knew that was coming.
There's a Black Kim Possible, and it's not good for Luca.
The storyline is trash. So, I mean, if that's how you want to flip it, fucking CNN, go ahead and flip it.
Man, I just thought it was hilarious.
Shit is
There's
ridiculous.
a Black Kim Possible. It's terrible. I want to find
That's
something
not
for
how I
Luca.
even said it.
But you got to understand the way you framed it sounded like you
I don't
didn't
give a
like
fuck.
it.
Fuck,
because she
fuck
was
whoever feels
black.
that way. That's not even how I said it.
I don't actually agree with my question. I just thought it was funny.
Well, now
It
you're gonna
could
have
sound
the
that
fucking
way.
fans agree with your stupidity.
Fine. Fans. Does
Another
Tony
one.
love black people?
Oh, now,
Yeah,
now
that's
it's
the
a
people
wanna
question
know.
to ask. Now it's a question to ask.
People want to know.
They also had some shit called Superhero Squad. I saw that the other day. It's like a fake ass version of like Marvel.
Bro,
character.
why aren't you putting on fucking Paw Patrol for this child? Like, what is going on here? Why are you looking for all these plots? This kid's 2 years old.
I'm sorry. How old were you when you was watching cartoons?
Listen, I don't know. I just was
Okay.
watching. I don't know about like.
Okay, dude. My bad.
I remember
What
watching
point are you making?
the Lion King and stuff like
Oh,
that.
you should be watching Paw Patrol. Why are you watching such PG-13 shows as a 2-year-old, dude?
All right, let me hit you, Tony, as a
Fucking
parent, right, with a
Twitch.
child slightly older than you, yeah, slightly, yeah. My daughter's gonna be 3. Your kid is just turning 1, so it's like a good year, 9-month difference or so. PJ Mask, the kids like the PJ Mask. The kids like the Paw Patrol, except you would love it. What you mean? You love cops?
You love cops.
People call Paw Patrol a racist show because they're normalizing
Who's called that racist?
people.
'Cause
People
there's
don't like
cops
the
on
there?
celebration of the police.
There's several shows. They call Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
They try to cancel Paw Patrol when all the protests were happening. It was funny. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
The last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine was all about reforming the police. It was crazy because they got such a bad rep for like bringing like, I don't know, normalizing police. I don't know.
Bluey's a good one. He likes watching Bluey. That's one that
I didn't finish. The best children's show.
Go ahead.
Spidey and His Amazing Friends.
That is
Fire.
good. That is
Wait,
fire.
what about the tiger with the big ass head?
Daniel Tiger? That's nigga strange.
Daniel Tiger is the fucking man. He is the best. He's the best for trying to teach your kids valuable lessons. I'm saying shows that, bro, my daughter all day is now talking about Spider-Man. She's talking about the Incredible Hulk. She's talking about, oh yeah, Rhino likes to run into things, you know? So it's like, she's talking about this. I'm like, all right, it's interesting. The show got her mind working in a way that maybe it's the right time or something, but, it's got some themes that your kid might like, you know? And you got some diversity, you know? You got plain Jane old white Spider-Man, but you also got Miles Morales and you got Spider-Gwen. So you got some women, some blonde people, got a black and Puerto Rican kid, got the plain Jane white kid.
It's
You know what I'm
nothing
saying?
like that Kim Possible show. Don't worry about it, Tony.
You could show some classic Blues Clues.
Yeah, nah, we did. There's a newer version of it. I don't really like it, but he likes it, so he watches
Man, you
that
gotta-
from
You
time
guys
to
are
time.
way off base. It's not a cartoon, guys.
It's not.
This is not a
Little
cartoon.
I mean,
Bear.
it has one. What?
Little Bear. We're talking
Little
about
Bear?
Blues Clues.
Yeah, we're talking about Blues. Where you coming from? Stay on task.
Is Blues Clues not animated? Because like the characters live action, right? But like all the other characters are
It's
little
all
cartoons.
animated. It's all cartoon.
I'd call it a cartoon for sure.
They got another one. What was it? World Girl or some shit. I was like, that's.
All
I
right,
was
Tony. All right, this is not very fun. You're
I
just
don't know.
saying shit
You
don't like.
guys making
I
shit.
hear
You
but
guys
you're giving
asking me
how
a
long is this
question.
a list? It's like it's never
Y'all
gonna
niggas
end.
cut me off. It was like multiple cuts. What am I supposed to do? I get
You've
called a
listed like
racist.
30 shows.
I
How
get-
long?
Shit
how
is,
many?
this show is madness, bro. I leave and
You're
come back.
naming
And it's
every show I've never heard of.
Whatever.
He's
I
just
miss-
looking at a list of cartoons right now,
I
and he's
miss-
just saying anyone he hasn't heard of, it's bad.
No, that's not what I'm doing. This is an attack against my character now at this point. This is ridiculous. Y'all ask me
It
a
is,
question,
it
I
is.
answer. I can't answer a question now. But let me tell you what I like, what I miss. Pinky in the Brain, Recess, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, classic shit, Scooby-Doo.
Can't say Hey Arnold around Mateo. Apparently he hates it. This is one of Mateo's worst takes
You
ever.
hate Hey Arnold?
Hey Arnold
Hey
is a
Arnold.
bad show. It is boring.
You're
This is one of Mateo's worst takes.
I really enjoyed Hey Arnold.
I
Yeah.
found Hey Arnold so boring. You know, the only funny episode was the Stoop Kid episode.
Super Kid was good.
It's a funny episode.
Yeah.
Damn, you're weird. Is it because there's no Mexicans in it?
Are there not? There's minorities in that show for sure,
I
right?
didn't say minority, I said Mexicans.
I don't remember if there are or not.
There's none.
Are there really none?
There's not one Mexican in there. They got black, Asian, Spanish, but not Mexican. It's a different type of Spanish, I think. I think he was Puerto Rican. If I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I don't think there's probably any Spanish people in there, actually.
I mean, that might be more. That might be more accurate in New York, right? Like, I feel like there's like a lot of like brown people in New York, but there's not the biggest percentage of them is not Mexican people, right?
Shit, you go to New York now, there's nothing but Mexicans and Asians.
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
You know, it's such a beautiful thing, man, because early 2000s, it would, Mexicans were almost like a lower class than blacks, poor blacks, then poor Mexicans. And like in 20 years, like New York just embraced them. And now we all just work together. We drink together. It's just mad Guatemalans. Everybody's here thriving, trying to make a living. It's beautiful. That's the one beautiful thing about New York is that everybody, even if you don't fuck with each other, we still kind of fuck with each other. I don't know how to describe that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's drinking, trying to have a good
Sounds like
time.
racism. Sounds like we all hate each other, but when we go to the bars, we be vibing.
Yeah.
Well,
That sounds funny to me.
Everybody has their, you only have to have a few bad interactions with anybody, and you've got
Spit it out, though.
you say that?
Prejudices?
Yeah, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like everybody, I'm not saying that that's okay, but I'm just saying, it's nice that when we come to the bar, we can all be friends and maybe normalize and make, better memories of people.
You know what I
I
do
get
miss?
into. I think I get into most of my arguments at the bar.
You know what I do miss? How uncensored the cartoon shows were back in the day. Nowadays, it's like fucking super censored. It's like, can't say this, can't do that. Some references
Such
are
as
not
what?
there. Like, remember, like, I don't know if you guys ever seen it, Ren and Stimpy? That show was a beast, first off.
I don't like that show. I don't even want to go back to watch that show.
Do you watch that show?
Yeah.
You watch
It's
South Park too?
disgusting. Yeah, but South Park was funny. Ren and Stimpy was
Oh.
just intentionally disgusting.
So they're both very vulgar. They both.
So I will say, Ren and Stimpy was definitely marketed towards kids, right? Like it premiered on Nickelodeon, right?
yeah.
South Park is not a kid's show. I watched it when I was like 10, 12 or something like that, but I fucking shouldn't have been. But so there is a difference. Like you can't compare like the satire and the shit from South Park to Ren and Stimpy just on a one-to-one basis.
I don't even know how they snuck that in Nickelodeon. How the fuck
So what did Ren and Stimpy do that was so bad?
There were lots of sexual references in Ren and Stimpy for sure.
First off, the most major reference there was the Saw shit. Buddy had a wood on his back, and the man was his waist was the saw. He had it like strapped to his like a fucking strap on dildo, and every time he ran, sawed the fucking his back. It's like he was getting ran. Bro, go back and watch it. Shit is wild. I can't believe that show
I
is on Nickelodeon.
understand that there's sexual innuendos, but SpongeBob is full of them.
Is it really? It's been a while since I watched
light,
SpongeBob.
though. It's very subtle. It's very subtle. It's not like Ren and Stimpy.
Let's just stop and take a break. Can we talk about SpongeBob and how it's a fucking S tier show? Like, maybe not now. I don't know about the recent episodes, but those first 3 or 4 seasons were fucking comedy gold, bro. Like, some of the best cartoon episodes came from those first like 4 or 5 seasons.
I could absolutely agree. I wasn't even old. I wasn't even of the appropriate age to be watching SpongeBob when it came out, and I was still sitting there watching fucking SpongeBob.
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely up there. I mean, S tier though. Ninja Turtles is S tier.
Okay,
Right?
that's definitely a very up there show. How do you guys feel about the Transformers? You remember those 3D
Tony's
ones?
out here like the Highlander. Like, there can be only one. There could be multiple S tier shows.
Nah, I think
You remember-
SpongeBob's an A plus. I don't think it's S tier.
A plus.
Yeah. I don't think
outta
it's
here.
S tier. What you don't like my ratings? I can't have a rating now?
Transformers Beast
You're
Wars.
a victim, Tony. Yo, you've hung out with somebody that's doing this because you've turned into the ultimate victim.
I'm becoming Dough. I'm battling Dough by
I
becoming
haven't
Dough.
heard Doe do it, but
Dough's been a
alright,
victim his whole life.
I'll keep my eye out. Keep
I could
my
never
ears
get.
to the ground.
I could never get into any of those Transformers shows. I was not a Transformers guy though. I found him lame, and that robot sound like brop, 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 brop. It was stupid.
So I
You
was
have
a
the
big
worst takes.
I was a big morning cartoon kid, and that was one of the shows that came on early in the morning as a child. So I was like sometimes glued to it.
I would rather
happened?
watch Doug than Transformers.
Doug was okay.
Doug was pretty good, but
Doug
Doug
is
isn't.
fire,
Yeah,
bro.
Doug is fire, but I'm not a huge Doug fan.
I
fuck
thought Doug was
you.
good. I loved Doug, but I thought it was going to be like the
nigga
bottom
be
tier show for
switching.
the rest of y'all.
No, I fucking Doug is the homie, bro. Quail Man, fucking Patty
Yeah.
Mayonnaise,
I'm calling this
like-
man the Switch McGee.
that piece of
from
shit
now on.
Roger with the leather jacket.
That shit was.
Yeah, that was.
I like me a little Skeeter as well.
Skeeter was cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was interesting.
you remember the reversible jacket?
Doug and Patty's family, the only white people in this town. Everybody else everybody was just colored.
Yeah.
I
Like,
love
you got
that.
green motherfuckers, blue, pink. Everybody, it's just mad different colors.
In hindsight, that was very well thought out.
Well, they did it in theory to like be like there is no actual race in this world that they're creating, right?
Except for the white people.
Except
They
for
were
the white.
different way.
But Skeeter was very obviously some kind of like minority. is how he was
To me,
intended.
Skeeter was always black. All right. For sure. You know how I know Doug is white? Because there's the episode where he's afraid when they take him to the barbershop for the first time. That's definitely a white barbershop. Like, that's one thing I could tell for sure. That ain't no black barbershop.
Like a
right?
Supercuts?
I know how black barbershops are. When he whipped out the scissor to cut the hair, I was like, oh, hell no.
It's over.
He ain't getting laced out here. He's getting that, yo, fuck my shit up haircut. Like, yeah, I knew Doug was a white dude.
You know how I
Getting
knew
that
Doug was
bowl
white?
cut. It's looking like the fucking, like, all right, go ahead.
I knew Doug was white because he wears a sweater vest and fucking khaki shorts.
Facts.
With high socks.
With high socks.
He could have been Dominican.
No.
Dominican.
Tony, this is why I said, and I don't even know if it's on the record, but Tony's comebacks are the worst. This is a sad attempt to attack me. I feel no attack. It's
Who's
it's
attacking you?
It's
What
like
is
a
going
little
on
kid
right
is
now?
running up to me with the little like wiffle bat sword, and you think it's a threat. I'm just
I don't
slapping
know what's
you
up
to
with
the
this
side.
man. I'm not coming at nobody in particular.
Tony, be honest. Remember you got mad when people didn't want to own what they're doing? Now you're going to be the same way? You're not going to own it? Own it. I can see it on your face. You're conflicted. You're stuck between owning it or not. I can see it on your face. You don't know what you want to do.
You know what's another good show? Captain Planet. That shit was a good show. That was
I'll
our.
tell you
That was
this.
good.
This is my thing, right? I think the shows of today, in general, are better than the best of the shows of the past, but the number of good shows we had in the past was crazy.
Yes.
So good.
That's my opinion. Like a show like Rick and Morty, right? Rick and Morty's better than almost anything we watched as a kid, in my opinion. Granted, it's not for children. It's kind of more like a teen audience.
I'm
But-
not a huge fan of that show.
The first
Well,
season
you
was
suck.
fantastic.
Damn.
I
The
think
first season was amazing.
I watched all three. I saw the first 3 seasons. I think they're good.
Yeah, I like him. I think
it is an
That
example
fucking
of
Pickle Rick shit, yo. That's some of the best cartoon you'll ever find. The Pickle Rick.
it is an example of like a fandom being so toxic that I can't enjoy the thing anymore. Those I don't know, man. Those videos of like the dudes that were like just going to like the where were they going? McDonald's, and like throwing themselves on the floor and screaming Pickle Rick and jumping on the counter and demanding Szechuan sauce and all that shit. The fandom for Rick and Morty is real fucking stupid and cringy and toxic.
I think that's what drew me away from it a little bit. Everybody was like, watch this show. You have to watch the show. It's so funny. And I was like, man, this isn't as great as everybody's making out to be.
I think you went in there with the mindset of I'm gonna just hate it because everybody likes
But it's a possibility because the first time I watched Sopranos, I hated it. And I was like, I'm not going to watch these fucking Italian fucks. But now I
he just
love
finished Breaking Bad.
it.
He hated it from episode 1 all the way to the end. Shit's insane to me. I don't
Wait,
even know.
you did not like any bit of Breaking Bad.
I like Breaking Bad. I just thought that there were some plot holes. I thought that the main character is very unlikable. I felt for him, but towards the end, I was like, this guy's the villain in the fucking show.
Have you ever watched BoJack Horseman?
No, I have not. I heard it's really good though.
BoJack Horseman is amazing, and it is a rough ride because the character is. It's a show about redemption. It's a show about like forgiveness and are there such things as unforgivable things?
That shit was terrible. That show was terrible. It's a horse, man. Shit was disgusting.
Dude, that show is so good, dude.
You know
Do
what's
you guys remember C-Lab 2020?
2021.
2021. There you go. 2021.
I don't think I do.
It was there was a lot of shows, and I'm gonna take it back a little bit to the 1975s, and there's shows like fucking Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry's a S class.
That's S class.
Tom and Jerry's like really, really good.
S class.
There are even some Daffy Duck, not Donald Duck. Daffy Duck has some like episodes. I don't know what you call them, the little 10-minute episodes that they have that are so fucking funny. There's one of the it's like a Robin Hood, and then there's this guy riding this donkey down and he keeps trying to set up a trap to get the guy on the donkey. It's possibly one of the funniest things I saw as a kid, and I would always love it when I seen it come on.
Dude, Looney Tunes, old school Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Fucking Scooby-Doo, old Scooby-Doo. I love old Scooby-Doo, especially those stupid crossover ones they did where it was like Scooby-Doo meets Batman and Robin, Scooby-Doo meets Abbott and Costello, like the weird shit that they used to do.
I hate fucking Scooby-Doo, but I appreciate that. The crossover.
I appreciate
stuff.
it, too.
I loved Scooby-Doo and the Harlem Globetrotters as a kid. I
Yes.
thought that was a fun crossover. I was like, what the fuck?
Another super
Yeah,
S class.
I liked a pup named Scooby-Doo, but I did not like Scooby-Doo.
I forgot.
I was a
about that
big
one.
fan of a pup named Scooby-Doo. I was a big fan of that one.
My little cousin was a major Scooby-Doo fan. I mean, he named his dog Scooby. All right, major fan. The old one, I never understood it because like I would watch it and it would just put me to sleep. I would in the ranking of bad shows, I'll put Rocky and Bullwinkle, and then Scooby-Doo right above that.
Damn.
I hated Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, Rocky and Bullwinkle suck so much.
You know
Wasn't that bad.
the old cartoon I used to like a lot? That one where they were just racing in the cars. Do you remember that one? It was
Speed
like,
Racer?
It was a bunch of like Hanna-Barbera characters, and they were just racing, like doing these races, and
I think I remember that.
yeah, and they all had like different themed cars, and they were all from like different cartoons, but they brought them together. Like Captain Caveman was one of the racers.
Wacky Races.
It might. I think that's it.
There's a Y'all forget about
It had
DuckTales,
with
bro.
Dick Dastardly.
Yes.
DuckTales is a fire ass game. Y'all niggas forgot about that.
Game.
Yeah,
I mean,
talking about
show. I
cartoons,
said
Tony.
game. My bad. Show.
The
DuckTales was
DuckTales game was
fire.
good. Playing the Scrooge McDuck, running around. The moon theme. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
The new DuckTales is supposed to be really good.
I didn't know they dropped a new one.
Yeah, it's got I think Ben Schwartz is doing one of the characters, the same guy that did Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really? Didn't know
Yeah, I
that.
think he does either Huey, Dewey, or Louie. One
Which
of
Sonic
the
the
three.
Hedgehog?
The new one
I like the old Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon.
from the 90s.
Yeah. Sonic, you are the fastest thing alive. I used to, that intro song used to get me
Sonic.
hyped. That show sucked. That show was not good, but I just used to be hyped. Like I used to like the Super Mario Brothers cartoon, also not very good.
I was
But
always I
like
was
it.
always a tailspin man myself as far as those cartoons went. Give me some Baloo flying a plane for no reason, don't know why.
Yeah, I remember it, but I just don't remember watching it much.
The game was hard. The game was impossible.
What game?
Tailspin.
Oh, the show was fire though.
The show was so good.
There was another one, but you guys, Darkwing Duck, bro.
Yeah,
All day.
Darkwing Duck was good, man.
Let's get dangerous.
There was a there was another classic one. It's old school. Charlie Brown.
I'm not
Classic.
a very big fan of Charlie
What?
Brown.
Like the Peanuts one?
Peanuts, you
Yeah,
mean?
the Peanuts. Yeah.
The specials are good.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Christmas
specials
specials were
are
fire.
good.
Yeah.
You want to know one that was educational as fuck, but I loved it when they put it on at school or when it was on when I would like stay home. Is
Dora the Explorer.
No, the
Sesame.
Magic School Bus.
Magic
Oh,
School Bus was
Magic
fire.
School Bus
It's
is
just
great.
good.
School
Like, you don't need all that
Bus.
intro. It's just good.
It's a good show.
Hates
I like it.
intros.
Who didn't want a Miss Frizz as their teacher?
Yeah.
I did. We skipping class to do some real shit. Fucks
Also,
with that.
Reading Rainbow. Another good one.
I don't know if that was a cartoon show.
I didn't like that show.
Oh, dude, Reading Rainbow was so good. I went and saw LeVar Burton do a live recording of his podcast a few years back. It was amazing.
I know Angry Beavers was fire to me. I don't know why. I like
Angry Beavers was pretty
I
good.
didn't like it.
I like
There's like tiers of cartoons that I watched. Like there was a show that wasn't a good show that I enjoyed, but I
Street
felt like I
Sharks?
was like too old for it. Remember that show PB&J? They were otters. It was
Yes.
yeah, they were like it was like a purple otter, a peanut butter colored otter, like whatever. That show was too young for me. I used to watch Franklin,
Franklin. Yeah, the
Remember
turtle.
that one either.
Franklin.
Little
Turtle.
Bear.
Little Bear.
These
Yep.
shows are too young for me when I watch them. Like they're like for like a younger kid, but I used to enjoy them a lot. They're like of a style that's like so for children. I can't really describe it, but
I would
I
feel
was
like
I was raised as I was a Reading Rainbow, Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers kid growing up. Like
Very much PBS. I was very on PBS.
were you guys
Shout out to PBS as well.
shout out to Mr. Rogers.
Freakazoid fans?
Not really.
was
I
all right.
watched it. Yeah, I watched it, but I wasn't a huge fan of it.
what
What
was those cartoons? I wasn't a fan of that whole class of cartoons. I can't remember what they were called. They had the tower and all of them, like Freakazoid, the Animaniacs,
Animaniacs.
Pinky and the Brain.
Warner
The
Brothers.
Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers collection.
Warner
Not Looney
Brothers.
Tunes, dude. Yeah,
Warner
they had like
Brothers.
the Warner Brothers Tower in there. Not a fan of that whole class of cartoon. Something about the style of it, I wasn't super into. Like
Animaniacs.
Freakazoid, the they nailed the music. The Freakazoid music is
Yes.
fire. The Pinky and the Brain, we all know these songs. Like Animaniacs music fire. The Animaniacs game for the Super Nintendo also fire.
Yeah.
So they got
pretty
some
fucking
things
good,
right.
yeah.
Wasn't a big fan of the show. The whole like just being silly and wacky and all that shit is like, man.
I like the hot nurse with the big tits.
Of course.
That's rule
adds
34 shit.
That's
dude.
my early forms of hentai. What the fuck you mean? I was
That's some
young and I was impressionable, and I'm
Early
like,
forms
ooh.
of sexual
And now, what do you mean? This shaped the type of woman I like. The cartoons that I watched, all that bullshit, that shaped the type of woman that I like. big titty white women.
Slutty, right?
Slutty, big titty white women. Yeah,
It's nice.
yeah.
It's nice.
What about Cat Dog? Yeah, fuck the Cat Dog.
I like Cat Dog.
I like the Cat Dog
was
song.
actually good.
Cat
Yeah,
Dog.
the Cat Dog song.
Yeah.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog was popular. It even got its own like movie, like 45
Blowing the
minutes.
world's little Cat Dog.
Let's talk about another S tier, the animated Batman show with this guy as the Joker.
90s Batman, Mark Hamill. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it
He
was
fucking
good.
killed that Joker.
It was good.
And then you had the Superman one.
Superman's
Gargoyles
boring.
was S tier.
Nah.
Yeah.
Huh?
I just didn't. That's also Warner Brothers, right? See,
Yeah,
it's
I
something
think so.
about it. I wasn't
Is it
a
Warner
f-
Brothers?
It's on Disney Plus now.
I could just picture like the bat signal with the big WB. Like it's just.
Did you not like the animated Batman?
Nah, I like things about
my
it, and I
God,
would watch it on occasion. But all those shows had like a boring feel. Like watching like Super Friends, Super Friends, Is
Dude,
They were very
Batman,
quiet
Batman
and
the
dark.
animated series is one of my favorite cartoons
Yeah,
of all
same.
time.
Same. It's really good. But what about the Spider-Man animated show?
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah,
I'm
he
a
already said it was
Marvel
fire.
kid, right?
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
It's so good. Yeah, I remember watching those. It had kind of the feeling of the Batman show, except it's so upbeat, and the Batman show was so dark and gloomy and quiet.
I
Yeah,
feel
Spider-Man
like
introduced me to the concept of like a multiverse, and I thought that was so fucking cool. Like Spider-Man got yanked in by
Madam Web.
Yeah, Madam Web. There you go. And then he meets his other Spider-Man. You see like the Tony Stark Spider-Man. You see the guy who's like a fucking spider. You got another guy that actually isn't Peter Parker. It's like Ben Reilly or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, and then they kind of all get together to like fight. I don't even remember what or who, but it was just cool to be like, oh shit, they're grabbing Spider-Man from other dimensions to come fight. Like that shit was so insane to me. That and Back to the Future 2 kind of showing like splitting timelines and stuff.
Yep.
It was like my introduction to like time travel and like other universes and things like that. So I always appreciated that.
so.
Tony, some modern cartoons that are good, Tony. Adventure Time.
Oh my god, I don't even know if we're gonna give Adventure Time enough fucking air. But
is that
yeah,
the one
I-
with the burger and French fries and all that shit?
No, you're thinking of Aqua Teen Hunger
Aqua
Force.
Teen Hunger
That's
Force, which is
trash.
incredible. As
Aqua Teen
Fucking
Hunger
trash.
Force is great.
That shit is
No,
a
you're
D
fucking
rank if
bugging.
anything, maybe F.
It's a nice B in my opinion. I think it's funny, and it has a good like themes and stuff like that. But I just think they're just too silly.
Tony
It
is
feels weird.
Tony is truly though the master shake to Doughy's meat wad.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
I do want to say though, I think Doe's a fan of The Tick, the show called The Tick.
No,
I feel like you was a fan of it.
Going
Every
back to Aqua Teen Hunger Force, we used to make the same joke that they were them and I was Frylock.
yeah.
I don't
he
even
is
remember that.
Frylock,
We used to
yeah.
laugh about this. And I always used to be like trying to be the smart guy. Like actually, look, no.
Yeah, you know what I seen the other day? I mean, Flintstones and the Jetsons are two S tiers to me. But
Oh, for sure.
They're saying-
Flintstones.
No fucking way.
yeah, what do you mean no way? They're S tiers. Facts.
S tier, you could watch that shit now. You're not
yeah,
sitting
no.
down and watching the fucking Flintstones.
Listen,
bro.
there's no
You
way.
Stupid.
I'm not watching the Jetsons either.
There's a theory that the world was a fucking shit, right? It got destroyed, and the poor class people were the Flintstones living on Earth, and the Jetsons were the rich people living in the sky. There's a whole fucking theory on that it blew my mind when I read it. I was like, damn, this kind of makes sense. Because there was a couple clues that they gave out like during the cartoon that they would say, they give ideas to it. But I don't know. I think both those shows are S tiers. I like the Jetsons. I fucked with it a lot.
But back to Adventure Time, which might be the greatest animated TV show of all
I don't
time.
know, man.
Yeah. Dude, there's concepts. I love it so much. I'm only on like the 4th or 5th season, and the show is just so creative. They have so many guest people appearances on the show, and you're like, hold on, I've heard this voice before. Who is this?
Donald Glover as Marshall Lee.
Yeah, it's a beautiful show. it has musical tones in it. It has so much. It's so creative. I just can't get enough. For me, it was like it was the last greatest show of that style where they'll have the credits in the beginning and give you a little bit like Chowder. Chowder as well kind of did that as well. I don't see cartoons really doing that anymore.
Steven Universe.
Steven's Universe.
Steven Universe is good.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. A show that I'm liking that I haven't watched too much of it, but whenever I put it on, I'm like, this is good. I need to, sit down and give it more attention. Is this? Yeah, I heard of the Owl House.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. It's like a lot of like weird looking characters. Like they're not really human. I don't know what the fuck they are. And it's just a lot of different races, a lot of sexualities, and they tackle a lot of weird shit like wizardry and like interdimensional shit and high school like love and drama. It's like this weird blend of like different like genres or something. But I don't know. Seems cool. It's on Hulu.
That's fantastic. I need to check that out.
If you haven't done so already, ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Discord. We're on all social media platforms, audio only, video and audio. We're here for all your pleasures. So just hit that subscribe button. Follow, like, share, and always comment. We love the comments. We read them. We like them. We laugh. We'll think about it. But at the end of the day, showing support and love by following and subscribing, that's all we need.
You know what this section has made me realize? We need to do an official like best cartoon bracket.
Yes.
At
Yeah,
some
I
point.
also think this has so much meat on it. I think we could go on for an hour about this.
Yeah, it's already.
Personally. Because we can't, I'm like, there's so much Samurai Jack.
I
There's
feel
so
like we didn't scratch the surface of it. So
That's
maybe,
all we
maybe
did.
we could revisit this.
Yeah, we're S tier, Clint.
I think some kind of bracket might be the way to go about this. But we'll
Make a
figure it out.
girthier, thicker. How big is gonna be? How big is this bracket gonna be? Because there's a lot.
it's going to be gigantic.
Because there's like different eras, right? Mm-hmm. Like,
Yep.
like we were talking. Like there's the Adam Ants and the Mickey Mouse. Thinking Mickey Mouse. The fucking. I'm not a fan of Mickey.
Looney Tunes.
I said Mickey Mouse. I was thinking Tom and Jerry. Jesus fucking Christ.
Roadrunner. Roadrunner, another S class.
Roadrunner.
Speedy Gonzalez, another S class.
Speedy Gonzalez, the Adam Ant, like that whole era of show was just so fun.
I love Speed Racer.
And so there's that, and then there's Speed Racer was all right. I'll give you that. The Mach 5.
We'll have to figure out if we put anime in here too, because that's some overpowered shit. If we can put like
you go anime, that's nuts.
you put like Samurai Champloo in or like Cowboy Bebop, it's like, well,
DB's
shit's
He
gonna
doesn't
what?
even like anime, so we gotta like get him to watch a whole bunch of anime.
Who don't like anime?
You ever watch Samurai Champloo?
The Owl's coming out.
Or Cowboy Bebop?
I've watched Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
I did. It was on Netflix and it was terrible.
I don't.
Next topic.
What about Afro Samurai?
I have.
It's a weird one. I don't know if you could call it an anime.
I think it's an anime.
It's
it's
an
an
anime.
anime?
There's
I think it's
mad blood
American,
and guts,
no?
bro.
But I mean, anime
Nigga
is like
slicing.
Japanese, right?
Fucking cutting shit up.
Yeah. All right.
All right.